It's the J Bass Today Show. Get ready for a good time, a good time. It's the J Bass Today Show. Get ready to ride.
Welcome to the J Bass Today Show. Thank you so much for riding with me, and I hope you enjoy the show. Season's greetings. God bless you to each of you. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the J Bass Today Show. Oh my gosh, y'all, I am just so grateful in this moment. I can't even begin to verbalize just how grateful I am. I don't even know if verbalize was the word I was supposed to use right there, but I can't put the words to exactly just how grateful I am. In fact, I was going to do this toward the end of this episode, but I want to start off by saying that in 2 days now, my mom will be celebrating another birthday, and I'm just looking forward to just celebrating with her. And even today, as I've had a chance to talk to her, and whenever I talk to her, it's going to be a pretty lengthy conversation. And so, thankfully, just having her here and being able to talk to her, and we laughed and just went through some things. And I honor God for her. I honor God for her life. And it's a mother and son's relationship that we've had some very rough times. I was gonna say my teens were horrible, but they were. But even into my 20s and 30s, I think we're just really kind of coming to terms after I've experienced sickness and God has healed me and brought me back. That I'm really becoming more aware of her heart, and I just honor God for that. I really honor God for that, and just thank God for Mama. And so, at this point of the video, hopefully, I will already have put it up. This picture that I'm actually showing here is actually of her, a picture or a collage I made for her for Mother's Day. And so I just thought it'd be fitting to change it for birthday, because we need some new pictures, Mama. We need some new pictures. And hopefully the only way that you will see this, because this is going to be released on Thursday, the 21st of 2023. And so the only way you will see this if you watch this episode. And so shout out to you. Happy birthday. Know that I love you. I thank God for you. Even as I'm sharing this, I probably have to take the picture off so you can see this big old smile that's on my face, because we just got through talking, and I had to do the show before I go to the doctor, because I will not have time unless I do it late tonight, and I just need to edit and so I can have it uploaded. So anyway, happy birthday, and know that I love you. I thank God for you. I thank God for this new season in our relationship. There was a post that someone said, and I wish I could remember. In fact, it was Oprah doing an interview with someone. I can't even remember the young lady's name, but anyway, she was talking about the relationship between her and her mom, and that as a child, is basically you're the business manager, but then as they get older, you become, golly, and I know someone would hear this and know exactly what I'm talking about. Uh, a consultant, you become a consultant. I want to say that's it. So it's like when they're young, you're managing all their business and stuff, but then as they get older, you become a consultant. And I just thank you for being all of that in my life and so much more. It really means more than you know. And I still hold on to the hope that one day I can really make you proud. I pray that so far I've been able to do a better job, because I certainly know I've disappointed you in many moments of this life. But it's my prayer that as I continue to grow in God and fulfill the purpose that He has left me here for, that I am able to uh, bless you and be a blessing in your life in ways that both of us will understand. That almost like somebody was saying that Mary kissed Jesus. She had the opportunity to kiss Jesus and mother him. That one day you'll actually be proud that even though I put you through the ringer, that you were able to be the mother of Jabez. And so, got a long way to go, but thank God for the journey thus far. Well, God bless you to each of you, and thank you again for tuning in. And thank you for allowing me to shout my mother out as she celebrates another birthday on December 22nd, 2023. Well, this and Mama, hopefully this will inspire you as well. Many of you know that I try to, and I want to start doing this in every episode of the Jay Bass Today Show, not just when I'm on alone with no guests. But I've been specifically reading from this particular Our Daily Bread. I have several different ones, but this one is just the one I have here, and it's Our Daily Bread from June, July, August of 2017. You can see that. Anyway, yeah, you don't need to see it. But anyway, it's in this lesson on Friday, August the 18th, is entitled You're an Original. And it just stuck out to me because those of you who know me, when it comes to my songwriting, I talk about J Bass Originals, that it's my original composition. And so when I saw this, and then I began to think about my topic for today, which is a t-shirt, oh God, it's a sweater that I have, and I meant to have it so that I could show it to you all. But if you've seen some pictures of me recently, you've seen me with it on it, and you will see it again in this Christmas season because it has the Christmas lights, but it says, thankful, grateful, blessed. And that describes the sentiments of my heart in this season. First and foremost, just to be alive, but then to be alive and well with the passion to pursue my dreams and goals like never before, to see God answering prayers in my life like never before in a way that I know it's God and I know He's answering my prayers. It's blowing my mind, and I'm just absolutely grateful. Thankful is when I looked it up, one of the biggest words was relief, and I'm thankful because I do feel relieved in this season that the hardships and the things that I've been through in this life were not for nothing, that there is some good that I can see. I can literally see the good that has come through the hardships that I have, mainly because now I have a testimony. I asked God, even at a younger age, to make my life a testimony. And I see that He's done that. I see that He has absolutely given me a testimony that is a miracle. We want to be a testimony. We want to have a testimony, but we don't want the test. And we want to see the miraculous in our life, but we don't want to go through what it takes to become a miracle. And sometimes I think had I been able to take a different path, I would, and it would only be in a lot of the decisions that I've made, and especially just being able to trust God even more, understanding that I would get through, because a lot of the things became, I don't care because I'm not going to make it anyway. And well, the truth is I made it, And so today's lesson, let me get back on track because I will be getting back. And I've even forgot about this book. I'll forget, I get caught up, but it's You're an Original, and it's coming from Psalm 100, verse 3, which says, know that the Lord is God. It is He who made us, and we are His. I don't know what version this is from, but that's how it reads in this book. It says, each of us is an original from God's hand. Just the thought of that. Oh, okay, I gotta keep going. There are no self-made men or women. No one ever became talented, buff, or bright all by himself or herself. God made each of us all by Himself. He thought of us and formed us out of His unspeakable love. God made your body, mind, and soul. And he isn't done with you. Isn't that good news? He is still making you. His single-minded purpose is our maturity. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. God is making you braver, stronger, purer, more peaceful, more loving, and less selfish. The kind of person perhaps you've always wanted to be. God's unfailing love continues forever, and his faithfulness continues to each generation. That's Psalm 100 and verse 5. God has always loved you and forever goes both ways, and he will be faithful to you to the end. You've been given a love that lasts forever and a God who will never give up on you. That's a good reason to have joy and to come before him with joyful songs. If you can't carry a tune, just give him a shout out. Shout for joy to the Lord, verse 1 of Psalm 100. And the joyful songs was verse 2. And God's unfailing love continues forever was verse 5. They really worked that in there. All right, writer. David Roper, I'm shouting you out for this. But the prayer goes on and says, I'm grateful, Father, that you are at work in me. I find it difficult to change, and I wonder sometimes how or if I ever will. Yet I know that you are continuing your work in me. And as I look back, I will see the growth you are producing. Thank you. It was that thank you that really led me to this. And then I'm grateful it's highlighted, it's bold in this. And those are the words that I really wanted to highlight in this, because when you realize that you're loved and that God loves you that much, that's the response. It is a response of gratitude. It is a response of thankfulness. And when I read this, it really stood out to me. I find it difficult to change, and I wonder sometimes how or if I ever will. Well, going back to he who began, Philippians chapter 1 and 6, a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Jesus Christ, is a prayer that I have prayed to God multiple times, because I have found it difficult to change some things about myself. And I'm like, God, I see the issue. And so I know you see this, and it's things I've been praying about for years and years of my life. And I don't see that I'm able to change it by myself. I can't do it unless you help me. And I'm able to say today, I'm a living witness that God is able to change and help us. And sometimes it's not even in the ways that we want or desire, but some things I'm really looking forward to really being able to testify about, but to see the changes that I'm seeing thus far, and knowing that God has truly been changing my mind about some things, and that I can see him working in me. I see the growth at this juncture at 41. I see the growth. I see the change, and daily, it's been a daily difference. As a person who has suffered for depression so many days of my life, to have so many days up, I may have a moment, but those moments are not lasting like they will last for days and weeks, where I might have a splash of happiness, a smile here and there, but mostly going through depression on my own. Now I have the words of encouragement, able to encourage myself in the Lord, know how to pull up a song, know how to write a song, know how to pull up a sermon to get encouraged. I have foundational things that God has established within the foundation of my heart and my life that I'm able to pull up, like a true statement. And it's another word that I want to call this, because Geez. Anyway, I'm sure I'll think about it. That's why I love talking to somebody else, because having that be able to bounce back and forth, they can give me the words that I'm trying to think of. But the words that we use to anyway, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. That I know, just like everything that I've experienced before now, it's past. I've experienced it and I've gotten through it to make it to this moment. And so my word of encouragement, which that's the motto of the Jay Bass Today Show. I am encouraged to encourage them because God has encouraged me. I want to encourage you that whatever it is you're going through, you can make it. I'm sitting here as a witness. Now you're watching me via digital internet and Zoom and video and all of this, but as I'm sitting in this room recording this, I'm alone in the room with just me and God, and those who will see this via the digital the digital audience. I look forward to hearing that back. But anyway, the digital audience, the World Wide Web, that's it. I'm not at the place where my show is produced by anyone. I don't have producers, anyone to shoot back and forth ideas for the show. So this is me unfiltered. And I believe today, this topic really speaks the sentiments of my heart, especially at this juncture in this season. Now, for years and years, I would always share how grateful I am for, the life of Jay Bass and things like that. And even then, sometimes I would have a glimmer of hope that would bring me out of depression and just realizing that I am blessed, but then also kind of seeing some of the negative things about my life and not able to see it in any positive light. But now that I've come through and realized that a lot of what we have in life as we grow older is our testimony of overcoming. It is our testimony of surviving. And the fact that I've lived long enough to see that I can overcome, that I can survive, and that I have survived and I have overcome, I give God all of the glory. I give God all the praise. And no, I don't have to always in my shows say that God did this or God did that. And I can have a conversation with someone and hear them if they're an atheist. And because I really want to be able to, I feel like I could talk to anybody, but I really want to know. I would love to have someone on who doesn't believe in God and understand how they get through life on a daily basis without having that belief, because that, for me thus far, maybe it is something different that is different from what I've learned as God and who God is, who is all in all, who is everything, who is with me every step of this journey. That's my belief. But if there's someone who doesn't believe that, I would love to sit down and talk to them and wonder and figure out and just learn from them. How is it that you are getting through this life on a daily basis, putting up with some of the BS? That's the only way I can say it. I'm not saying a full word, so that's my best way of saying it. That comes with life, because life is really like literally life, and it happens to all of us. And a lot of times we think that the more money we have, that it's gonna solve so many of our problems, but having money comes with its own problems. I think about those that do have money and just can't even begin to imagine the hands that are out to them and the things that they have to endure because people know that they have money. When I think of my top three and the success that they have experienced in this season, I also, especially after taking U.S. history this semester, can only imagine their life and those that came before us in generations before us that made it possible for them to even get to this level of notoriety and fame and wealth in this generation. And it's all because of those that paved the way for us. And I feel like they're paving the way for me. And I thought about it. I said, if I had the opportunity to sit down with mama, or if I had the privilege, I'm gonna start calling him Daddy Jakes, and my brother Tyler. If I had the privilege of sitting in the room with all three of them at once, I wouldn't want their money. Yes, I would love to start a film with them. I have an amazing show idea, for a movie idea for us to be in together, and I would love to work in my brother's studios, and I have some amazing ideas for that. But I wouldn't want money. I just want to. When I listen to their words, I listen to their experience. They let me know that the expansive vision and dreams and goals that I've had for years and have written things down. The word of God tells us to write the vision and make it plain, that they who read it can run with it. And I've written it down. And I said that years ago, and it became a bit depressed. That was part of the depression, is you write these things down and you don't see it come to pass. And for me, it's one of the things that I've listened to with Tyler, and considering his journey, and just now watching in the past month or two his story on Prime Video, knowing how many times he set out to do his stage plays and it failed. And it just reminded me of my own music as a gospel musician, and desire to have the choir, desire to have the band and the team, and continually reaching out and pressing through in spite of the massive disappointments over and over and over. And so I'm sharing that because one of the reasons I'm grateful today is that I'm still pushing forward with the dream. I'm still pushing forward. And as I shared with Shantae in our JT show, that's another dream that's still being pursued. And I honor God for that. I honor God, that every dream, every goal is yet in pursuit. I was saying I didn't want to write any more music because I already have so much. But I know to keep going because that music got me through. And you look back through my history and all the videos I've posted, so many times I've talked about this music. And Tyler kept talking about his stage plays. And I know with the right production, knowing the right people, this music could be amazing. I don't have any if, ands, or buts about it. I know that the music could go very far and do some amazing things. And so I feel like at this juncture of my life, all I'm doing is waiting on that right moment to come, and that I will be prepared for that moment, and that moment will take me on into many additional moments. And I have a testimony for that. I was just sharing my mom that I was able to sing the national anthem last weekend at the College of the Mainland graduation, which was an absolute honor. That door was open because I participated in the College of the Mainland. It was called Combs Got Talent Show. And I won. I won first place. And I felt bad at one place because I'm 41 and the people I was competing with are teenagers. But in some way, I pray that at least I was inspiration for them, because I'm a college student there too. And I'm a talented college student, and I shared my talent. And that was probably something that in many other instances I wouldn't have done. But I remember doing it on a gospel talent show. And I want to say maybe I got second place or something like that. But this year, I did me, and I won first place. And so it's encouraging me to do even more. And so just those kind of things makes me want to go on and see what's next. That that brings gratitude. Another blessing, another blessing, another blessing. The theater teacher, I just got my check from the musical theater production. That was a blessing, uh, just seeing these dreams coming true, because to hear these things, you saying, okay, maybe he's bragging. No, you weren't there the days where I was hoping for opportunities to come and feeling like, okay, well, you've been serving, you've been faithful, and it seems like nothing is happening. But the encouragement is to stay the course, because you don't know what God has in store. And it's just like I'm recording this today. I have no clue what the rest of this day will bring. I didn't expect to have a check in the mail today that I got out, and then the call to come pick up the other check. 2 checks in one day, but this ain't nothing to what is possible. And especially when you're putting in the work, you're willing. The only other thing I'm doing is school, and church, school and church. That's my life, and so I'm available. Just like now, I'm able to record this show because I'm available. My time is pretty much my own. I'm not bogged down or tied to anyone for anything right now, besides church and school. And school is out right now, so I have to show up for dialysis, but that can be moved around, and so it's just being available and being faithful to what fulfills your purpose. And I love being surrounded by people who are multiple things. In fact, hopefully my next guest, she is a person who is multi-gifted, serves in multi capacities. And that's who I am. Even as I'm sitting here looking at my business card, you can't really see all of that. But on this, I put, are you looking for a clinician, author, producer, singer, speaker, musician? I didn't put actor. I didn't put, I did put musician. Okay. But those are just some of what I can do. And in this season, it's like God has so many of us who can do multiple things. I was thinking about even doing this show earlier today, that there's many people who want to be a talk show host. And I've wanted to do this for years and years. I've been talking about the Jay Bass Today Show for years. And so if this is the way I have to get started, I don't have a Sherry show yet. I don't have an Oprah Winfrey show just yet. I don't have a Steve Harvey show just yet. But this is my start. These are humble beginnings. And I'm grateful that I may not have all the big money or the fame to have a team working with me, but I'm putting in the time here. I'm sowing the time now and putting forth the effort now, that I don't know who will see this years later and say, that boy actually got something. We got to tweak this, we got to tweak that, but he has something. And no telling where it's going to take me, because I know Jay Bass is a mess, and I look forward to some skits and all that kind of stuff. I look forward to it. But right now, this is what it is. And I'm grateful that it is what it is right now, because for years and years, I've wanted to do something. And now part of the blessing is I'm doing something. And I don't know who will watch this. I don't know who will actually watch it all the way through, to actually hear and listen to what I'm saying, if anybody even thinks I'm saying anything worth listening to. But it is my hope and prayer that at the end of the day, someone is blessed and encouraged by this at some point. I don't know what this will be worth and what it will mean to someone years down the road, because I don't know where God is going to take me. But I live with at any moment, he could really take me out, because I've already lived years past when I was ready to be done with this life. And so it's my conviction that I'm only here now because of God's grace. I'm only here because of his purpose. And so whenever he sees fit for me to be done with this life, I surrender. I'm looking forward to glory. I'm looking forward to, I don't know, will we be able to sit down with God and just hear from him and see, I feel like maybe one day when we sing the song, we'll understand it better by and by, that we'll be able to see all the moments of our lives and understand all of the inner workings and things that were going on to make that moment. In shows now, they're able to show that, okay, while this person was doing this right here, this person was doing that over there, and it collided in this way. And to understand that inner working as it pertains to my life, and even to see the journey of others, and that's, just the thought of that is eternity, because uh, to be able to go back through, and even as I consider Frederick Douglass, and I've studied him this semester, and I cannot remember what his name was, what what he was born as, his name he was born as, but just how his life has intersected my own and been impacted by. I've been impacted by someone that lived well over a generation before, or a century, or right at a century before I was born. He was, yeah, over a century. He was born in the 1800s. And so just the thought of how what he did during his time played a part in who I am today. And to see those things, I just wonder, if that's part of heaven. These are the thoughts of Jabez. I done went off on a whole tangent and took y'all back over 100 years talking about Frederick Douglass and the Civil War. I hadn't gotten into that, but that was the time that he was living in. And just to know that all of that impacts who I am today. And so it does make me want to be better. Even as I talked about my mom earlier, that I look at Tyler and how he pays homage to his mom. As much as I took my mom through, what I do know is that I am so grateful for her sacrifice. Even when I consider blessings, it's coming her birthday, and I'm looking forward to being a blessing to her. But just last weekend, she just told me that was my Christmas present. I don't really do Christmas presents, but unless it's something somebody needs, and that's year round. I'll be a blessing year round, but I don't just celebrate a day to give gifts. But anyway, moving on, J-Band. She said my Christmas present was to get me 2 new suits because I've lost so much weight that a lot of my suits are too big. And y'all, I promise I'm gonna dedicate a J-Bass Today segment to showing the clothes that I have available. I just got to set it up. I've got to set it up. I really need to find somewhere where I can hang them up and take pictures and stuff. But anyway, I've already gotten 1 suit, so I've got to go get another one. But I thank her so much for that, because she's just been such a blessing. And when she said it, it was like it's a time of need. And so I was able to wear the black suit that I purchased with the finances she blessed me with, just in time to sing the national anthem at the college. See how things intersect? They asked me to wear all black since I wasn't graduating. And so I wanted to wear a black suit, and the other suits that I have are too big. And so she blessed me to get a black suit. And I still got to go get the other suit, but I was so grateful because the week that she told me she wanted to do that and that she sent the funds was the same week that I had to sing at which was last week. And I had to sing Saturday. So it was last week, and I was able to take the pants and have them hemmed in time. I know I share too much, but I'm talking about being thankful, grateful, and blessed. And to me, the only way to really share that is to kind of give you some of the behind the scenes. And as I'm getting ready to celebrate with my mom her birthday, what better way to just share how thankful and grateful I am with her and for her than to share some of the reasons why. And it's so, Lord, I can point to so many reasons of why I'm thankful and grateful for her. And one of those I can definitely say is that she has not given up on me. I keep talking about all I put her through. That it would take you. I would let her talk about what it feels like as a mom. It would be lovely. It would be lovely, Mama. One day, if you get this far in the video, it would be lovely one day to have you sit down and be my guest on my show. I wouldn't take you too far. I'll let you go as far as you want to go, but it would be lovely to have you on because I think about other moms that and one in particular that I know you know exactly what I'm talking about, who's dealing with some things with her son. And to tell you, if you've made it this far on the show, that she has given me a good news report on him. Just today, I asked her about him because he's been on my mind and in my prayers. And so she has given me a great report. In fact, that's how she said that he's doing. He's great in all caps. And so I thank God that's my testimony today too, that if somebody asks you how I'm doing, you tell them I'm great in all caps. Which is a blessing. And it really is a blessing to be able to say that. To be able to smile in this season is an honor that I don't take lightly, to have the privilege of laughter. I'm sitting here working myself up into a smile and laughter all by myself and just thinking about the reasons that I have to be grateful. And so God bless you, each of you. I'm going to get ready to go to a doctor's appointment, but just the fact that I have a doctor to go to, things that I've wanted in order for years of my life, I'm watching being put in order. I've been talking about greater for years, and this is certainly and without question a year of greater. And all I can say is to God be all the glory. Thank you so much. I can continue to go if I wanted to. I'm going to hush, as Mother Whitaker would say, but I am not through, because God is not through with me, and I can continue on and on about the many reasons why I'm grateful, the many reasons why I am grateful. But I'm going to end it. I'm going to hush. I think there is one other thing. I don't even know where I put it. It's over there. Okay, so that means I'm not supposed to do it because I said I'm not getting up in this broadcast. But I had done a definition of grateful, and I know it's the feeling, it's a feeling in something else. And I put that down, geez. Basically for something that has been done, and gratitude for something that has been done. And there's so much that's been done in my life. So much to be thankful for, so much to be grateful for, so many things I've been relieved of, I feel relief from, and then I am grateful for. And so I give God all the glory, I give him all the praise. And again, I thank you. If you have watched this all the way through, which rarely happens, thank you. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Thank you for coming along and riding with me. I always like to have my come along and ride with me in front, because that's just one of the things I want to make as part of my show, is sharing while I'm driving and being able to thank you for taking this journey, the J Bass Show and the life of J Bass with me, because I have certainly given y'all a show over the course of this life up to this point, and giving you some behind the scenes. But it's the behind the scenes, again, that I feel like gives some kind of legitimacy to the gratitude and the thankfulness that I have in this season, because you see the low moments, you see the evidence of the journey to this moment. And so after all of that, and especially having the proof, the receipts of those low moments, especially on Facebook and other social media outlets, you see those low moments. And so to be able to smile today and to be genuine in my gratitude and happiness in this moment, it's nobody but God. And I give him all the glory and I give him all the praise, because I know that if you're watching this, he intends for you to know that he can do it for you too. God bless you, and thank you so much for joining me today. Much love. God bless.
It's the J Bass Today Show. Now I'm telling you that it's your attitude. I have an attitude of gratitude.